Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Prime Time showdown between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Brown on the inside give. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Short yardage run here for Brown. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. 19. Throwing from the gun. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking in the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So first down from the 41. Working now from the gun. Taking a shot deep here. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And that will set up first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos want up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Catch made by Chase Brown. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Throw finds Jamar Chase. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Let's go now.
Throwing now off the play action. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos take possession of the football. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
He's going to have about 2. It's second down now.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Back to throw now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First and 10 from the 43. Throwing from the gun here. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared. between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it. Escapes the pocket. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Their work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this.
Okay, ready?
We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here.
After 60, after 60. Let's go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Here's Brown to stop the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Here's a throw. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Come on. 79 Brock, Viking, 18. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
3rd down from the gun. The rookie from USF hauls it in. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Catch made over the middle. He's out in the clear. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they pitch it to him. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seeing him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line, well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Let's go. Wrap roll 80.
Now looking to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Moody knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. but they do come away with 3.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to call some back. They make it 3rd and short. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Broncos bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Dropping back to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it.
Let's go. 70.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Back to throw. He finds Brown right side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to throw. Hits his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. They're going to try and throw it here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Ready. Here we go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
Gets that money down. That 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
60 Bison.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be across midfield with a gain of 5 on that play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
19.
Setting up to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
One last play before the break.
Here we go. Past the 60.
Throwing here just before halftime. Taking a deep shot here. Has it down close. And somehow they
skill, but he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
On is Moody for the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they're all the way across midfield before he was brought down. Gets 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Tag! Cowboy 80!
To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
36-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Has him running the comeback. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
Hey, this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend.
We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Back to the well again. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Give now to the running back. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
2-yard line.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Jacobs. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait.
And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years. And find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback. One that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Airing it out to start this drive. Low right side is caught by Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 42-yard line.
Pass play now. Hauled in left side. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
70 Lions. Mustang 19. 19, Tiger, 19.
From the gun on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jonte Barron has it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give them 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
1st down, and they go right back to it. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. And what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 2nd and 8. The 37-yard
Throwing on seconds. Finds the in route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the fourth. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Ready.
He's going to throw this one. Oh, he put everything he... Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Let's go now.
Throw right side finds Pittman. He has this one past the 15. Will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down.
Here we go. 70-10 to 1. Let's go.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. He stopped just before he can move those chains. That brings up 4th and short.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And this one is out of bounds. No return on the kick. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Gained a little bit there. It kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Has a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is turnover on downs.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. The give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to playbook whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Moody knocks it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. And motion a tight end left. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Bengals just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. They'll run again with Brown. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Still has room inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right, just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented the big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Let's go now.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jack Campbell at the INT.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Here's a design run. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.